Huh. But it's the only city in a German-speaking country where the main factories are paper mills.
Yeah.
You've marked it, Holmes. Wonderful.
Not so far from Carlsbad and in Bohemia. Quite so, Watson. And since our distinguished visitor... But here he comes, if I'm not mistaken, in a brougham and pair, by the sound of it, and a pair of beauties at that, I'd guess. Look, there, you see? 150 guineas apiece, those horses, or I'm no judge. There's money in this case, if there's nothing else, Watson.
And here I break my narrative for a moment to describe our singular visitor of that far-off evening. 6 feet in height, with the chest and limbs of a Hercules, a deep blue cloak lined with flame-colored silk, an opulent and barbaric apparition indeed in our drab old England. And across his face, a black vizard mask.
You had my note, Herr Holmes?
I did indeed, sir. Pray take a seat and tell me whom I have the honor of addressing.
You may refer to me as the Count von Kram, a Bohemian nobleman, sir. And this gentleman?
Oh, this is my colleague, Dr. Watson, upon whose honor and discretion you may completely rely.
Most certainly.
I'm not in the habit of discussing my private affairs before a stranger, however discreet.
Well, in that case,
No. Sit still, Watson. You must confide in both of us, or neither, Your Majesty.
What? Why should you think...
Watson, pray take His Majesty's mask. It is a needless inconvenience.
Yeah, you are right. I am the king. Why should I attempt to conceal it from your sharp eyes?
Why, indeed. Your Majesty had hardly spoken a word before I was aware that I was addressing Wilhelm Gottsreich von Olmstein, Grand Duke of Kassel-Fallstein and hereditary King of Bohemia.
I have come incognito from Prague for the purpose of consulting you.
Then pray consult Your Majesty. The doctor and I are all attention.
The facts are these, then, gentlemen. When I was in Warsaw 5 years ago, I made the acquaintance of a lady whose name may be familiar to you. The adventuress Irene Adler.
Adventurous, Your Majesty? I know of the celebrated prima donna, of course.
And adventurous, gentlemen. I use the word deliberately.
I see. I take it, then, that Your Majesty became somewhat indiscreetly involved with this young person.
I did. I will not deny it. I was young. I was only the crown prince then.
And there were some compromising letters, no doubt, which Your Majesty wishes me to recover.
Precisely. But how did you know?
Because I know something of the world, Your Majesty, even sitting in this humble room of mine in Baker Street. There was no secret marriage or anything of that sort.
None, Herr Holmes.
Well, I fail to follow you, sir. If the lady should produce her letters for blackmail or any other purpose, how would she be able to prove their authenticity?
Do you think I did not ask her so, Herr Holmes, when I begged for their return? I asked her that very question. How was she to prove their authenticity?
But your writing, Wilhelm, it's so distinctive.
I could swear it had been forged.
Your private notepaper, Wilhelm.
Stolen.
Your seal, Wilhelm.
Imitated.
Your photograph, Wilhelm.
But I will swear it all, Irene, and you are without a case against me.
You forget, Wilhelm. You surely forget, my dear friend.
What do I forget?
That we are both in the photograph together, hand in hand. Love, Wilhelm. And a little too much champagne, perhaps. Just a little. That magic night.
Irene, you wouldn't dare to expose me.
No, Wilhelm. But I may consider myself to have been deeply wronged.
You can have half my fortune.
You promised it to me before.
I beg of you, Irene. I am to be married.
So I've heard, Your Majesty. To the second daughter of the King of Scandinavia. A most politic match. She will be enchanted, no doubt, when I send her the photograph.
Irene, you cannot.
On the day that your betrothal is proclaimed, my dear. That very day. Oh, Wilhelm. Poor, compromised Wilhelm.
And I tell you that she will do it, Herr Holmes. If only you knew her, you would never doubt it for a moment. She always keeps her word. There are no lengths she would not go to rather than that I should marry another woman.
So it appears. You've made some attempts yourself, sir, no doubt, to recover the photograph.
5, and none successful.
And when will your betrothal be made public, Your Majesty?
On Monday next.
Oh, then we still have 3 whole days, Watson. It's really quite a pretty little problem in its own way.
You must place yourself in time.